Hello, this is Lance from Eric Gaming. Welcome to Final Fantasy XI casual playthrough. Let's jump over to the news and see what's cracking. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is getting a hot new blah blah blah. I think we already read this news. Don't really care for it much. We'll take a quick glance. File setting gets major. Everybody's talking about it though. So yeah, it's coming out for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm trying to remember what it was that it comes. Patch brings a set of toggles to enable features that you usually won't find outside. So you can toggle on infinite HP or MP. I'm wondering if you can use that to get... Well, that's only for the PC version, so I guess a place... Does it say anything about the PlayStation version? Yeah. PlayStation 5. So I'm kind of curious. It's just integrate though. Okay, so that answers my... I was kind of curious, like, if it would help you get unlocks. So if you get this infinite HP and MP, can you use that and still get trophies? I guess is my question. I don't really care about integrate. You can get it. Well, I don't know. I still haven't got the trophy on integrate because I have one unlock, which is the last battle with Tifa against, like, I think Sephiroth. Incredibly hard. I think I can get that one. The ones in Rebirth are insane though. Like, maybe someday I'll get them, but like they're insane. It's kind of like I compare it to the level of like clearing Pac-Man. Like, can it be done? Yeah. Is it fun? No, not really. It's a challenge. It's an insane challenge. So yeah, that's what's coming, is basically some mods. I don't know, that'll make it's not, I mean, come on, I want like another few chapters, kind of like what they did with Yuffie. That's what we really want. Give us something to tide us over until the third game comes out. So that looks like all the news. Let's see if there's anything. That's the big headline. Which Final Fantasy game should I play? Is this the one? How come? Let's get to the Final Fantasy portal. Yeah, this is the one we like. More art stuff. That's from the 13th, so no news since we met last. Excuse me. Really, the only big news that I have is that I did a bunch of hacking to get Final Fantasy to work the way I want it, with a controller. I'm using a PlayStation controller. And also with a mini-map. I'm getting my mini-map placed where I like it. So and also I'm going to start using this beginner's guide. So let's jump over the beginner's guide first. So let's talk about Final Fantasy XI. What I'm understanding for Final Fantasy XI is, in the beginning it doesn't do any hand-holding, because their idea was that you're supposed to have friends play it with you in the beginning, and everybody, the community, was going to help each other out. Well, now most of the hardcore people that are still in Final Fantasy XI are in-gamers, or so they call them. So they're like higher level. There's not a lot of beginning players. I think last time we met, we looked up that there's around 300,000 Final Fantasy 1 players, which by MMORPG standards is not a lot nowadays. So what that means is that you kind of have to go online to get a little bit of help in the beginning game to know what the heck is going on, what you're supposed to do, because there's no longer that community. The community is this, basically. So I don't plan on playing this game with anybody. If players if I pick up some players along the line, great. Or if they pick me up, whatever. So here we go. This is one of the FF11 Clopedia. Cyclopedia, you get it? Warm welcome to new players. This was one of the sites that was recommended. I also used one of those sites to help me get, the hack. I'm using something called Windower that allows me to have that mini map. Yeah. It makes the game more playable, basically. Hail, adventurer, I can tell by your wide eyes and uninspired expressions that you're new to this part of the Vana'diel. What's that? Any eagerness to learn? I see. Let me answer your question so you can get started helping the nation, the world. Thank you for coming to check out my guide. I go by Stammero. I guess that's Stammer 6. No, it's a 6. I thought it was an accent mark. I don't know. I've never been much of an in-game aficionado. Helping new players and experience the vast amount of low and mid-level content is more my thing. I've been playing off and on since PlayStation 2 release in North America, but I've been active in the community almost the entire time. If you ever care to dig deeper, this entire wiki is a fantastic resource, and I've added clickable links to many keywords and phrases that lead to more specialized and detailed pages. By the way, speaking of North America, they remind me that the server that I'm on, which I think is Finrare, so apparently there's some servers that have more people on them, and the one I chose is one that's like not good for beginners, I guess. Not so much that, but it just doesn't have a lot of people on it, so that makes it even harder to learn from other people how to start out. But anyways, or if you have other questions not answered by the guide, feel free to message me. Our humble home continues to thrive after many years because it stands apart from other games. The genre as a true sandbox game. Decades worth of content open up to you as soon as your adventure begins. Overcoming I don't know what that means as a true sandbox game. Overcoming any one challenge will give you an edge in completing others. Progress is made in many different layers. What this means is the game is uniquely about the journey even more than the destination, as the world is for more than just those at level 99 cap. Your time is never wasted because everything you do is progress, no matter what your goals are. The game itself offers little guidance because it wants you to choose your own path. Yeah, so that's why I don't really like open world games. There are some exceptions. The Zelda game, the newer Zelda game, its name slips my mind, but that's an example of an awesome, well done open world game. And they're becoming more and more popular and getting more better, but at that time, nah. So we'll see. The purpose of this guide is to help you understand your options. Breath of the Wild, that's the game I was thinking of, and its sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. Rather than tell you to go here and do this, my goal is to make it easier to digest the overwhelming amount of content offered before you, so you may make informed decisions. This way you can still play how you want and get the full Final Fantasy 11 experience. So what are my goals in this game? My goals in this game are to get through it, to be honest. I don't imagine me having boatloads of fun in this game. It's a numbered Final Fantasy. My goal was to play through all the Final Fantasies. This is on the bucket list. But I am willing to be pleasantly surprised, and in my life journey, to wax philosophical, I think that anything you undertake is going to have pros and cons. And so I expect pros. I will look for them. I will demand them. I will be positive, but also I'm a realist. And Final Fantasy 11 so far to be honest, so far it's been kind of fun to hack, because it is a hack. This game has such a entrance barrier, and I haven't even done anything. I think I'm on level 2. My biggest tip for new players is never be afraid to ask questions. Final Fantasy XI's community tends, here we go, to be very welcoming and understanding. Veteran players all know how overwhelming the game can be, as it was designed from the top to bottom with teamwork in mind. So my goal is to clear it, the main story, not do any of the expansions. Who knows though, maybe we'll fall in love with this game and end up doing all the expansions down the road. I doubt I'll do it as part of this effort. Level 0, there are a few things that happen before your first steps in the world of Vana'diel. After signing up and downloading the game, not easy by the way, one thing you might want to do right away is end up config, adjust the strategy, window borderless, blah blah blah, alt-tabbing. Following that, you'll be treated to the game's introductory cinematic. You can turn this off in the config application. I didn't know that. So it won't play each time you log in. It sets the stage by showing one of the most infamous battles of which the war precedes the narrative of the game by 20 years, the bittersweet victory over the Shadow Lord and rebellion of society from the very foundation of the story. What am I looking at? Spoilers for the cinematic, not the game's story. Enemy forces have been deployed to the Tavnazarian Marquisate, a nation that just to the west of Bostock and San Odria, the four nearest nations, Bostock, San Odria, Winders, and Jueno, all sent in troops to defend the capital for a massive force of beastmen, mostly orcs and Gigas. Tragically, Tanazea's supposed greatest ally withheld their reinforcements, and the allied forces were overwhelmed. The capital was lost. But the war was eventually won, and 20 years later a surge of adventurers began to make their way to fight the remnants of the beastmen and solve the mysteries surrounding the war. Races. Please don't stress about racial differences and attributes. Extremely minor differences. We already chose our race. I'm going to kind of skip past this. Dexterity, we know what vitality does. Receive less damage. Agility. Mind affects the accuracy and damage of your white magic effects. So mind is white magic. Intelligence is black magic. Charisma, bard songs, beastman, charm, dancer, healing abilities. Humes, which is what we are. I'm going to skip down past this. Teamwork and enmity. To help understand how each job class works and relates to one another, it helps understand the mechanic of enmity. Aggro, hate. As an unseen resource within each foe that dictates which combatant it will focus on killing at any time. Performing an offensive action in the enemy will make it want to kill you, as well as assisting anyone already on the enemy's kill list. As actions are performed, the foe's enmity towards a combatant climbs. Whomever has the most enmity at the time will be the foe's primary target. It's interesting. Solo play is difficult in Final Fantasy XI, as every job has weaknesses that require complementary strengths from other jobs. This is solved by forming a party of up to 6 adventurers, which may consist of a combination of other players' PCs and alter ego trust non-player characters NPCs. So I learned about this. Again, I did a bunch of research, which you may summon to fill in slots the goal of. So my understanding is I can use just trust non-NPCs basically to clear the main storyline. If you want to go beyond that, you kind of need help from other players. Maybe we'll pick some people up. Who knows? And because it's much easier to sustain a party that's taking less overall damage, the key objective of any fight is to keep the foe's attention. Just going to check the stream here real quick. Make sure we are streaming. Yep. So it would appear. And because it's much easier to sustain a party that's taking less overall damage, the key objective of any fight is to keep the foe's attention on those who take the least amount of damage. Excuse me, a squishy damage dealer's maximum damage output therefore is more limited to how much they can do without exceeding the enmity gained by a damage absorbing tank. Mechanics of enmity plays a huge role in each job, and how in each job is played strategically, as they all have various tools to deal with. Enmity adds another dimension to the formation of a party. While some jobs may specialize in a role such as tank or healer, it is more important to understand what each one brings to a team overall. Most jobs contribute to more than one aspect of a party. Many can change their role altogether by strategically altering their loadout equipment, etc. For example, you could replace a dedicated tank and damage dealer in combination with a pair of beefy damage dealers bouncing enemy back and forth, or even with just one semi-tanky character if the party has enough supporting power. So, 6 starter jobs. I chose Warrior. Warriors are capable of both dishing out and damage taking. Okay, what's this once you reach level 18? Now let's read this real quick. After choosing your physical parents, time to pick which job you start the game with. You may change your job in any simply talking to a Mog House, which I need to find. That's our big goal in this episode, is find our Mog House. residential area in any town. Your starter and job determines which equipment spells, of any, you start with, but you can buy that stuff shops as well. Each job is leveled independently, and you may take each one to level 99 if you wish. Once you reach level 18, you may permanently unlock the ability to set a support sub-job, which may also be changed at any time. You'll gain access to most sub-jobs' ability, skills, and spells up to half the level of your main job. One of my favorite tabletop role-playing games, Iron Kingdoms, had this awesome job system where basically when you formed a character, you chose 2 jobs. So that kind of like gave you a large combination of different things you could do. So say you want to be a healer tank, like I mentioned. So this is kind of like that, I guess, a little bit. With the sub-job system, I like it. And spells up to half the level of your main job. For example, monk learns boost to level 5, so a warrior monk at level 10, sub-job level rounds down, will have access to boost. This is usually written as War 10, Monk 5. These are not the only jobs getting at level 30. You'll gain access to quests that unlock additional jobs. The additional jobs aren't any stronger or weaker than the ones you started out with, or aren't always treated equal. So further down the guide for more details. They recommended in the beginning player guide that we do Red Mage, but I'm gonna do Warrior. Warriors are equally capable of both dishing out damage, taking it. While not the most versatile job, its access to almost every combat skill in the game make it very flexible. The twin skills Berserk and Defender allow them quickly and frequently adapt to a party's offensive or defensive needs. Depending on the loadout, a warrior might be a heavy hitter that can defend its allies in a pinch, or a tank that keeps tension with major damage. Provoke makes for one of the most reliable means of peeling enemies away from your squishier allies, and the ability to equip shields, heavy armor, make it the most survivable of the 6 starting jobs. Starting as a warrior will grant you an onion sword, but I highly recommend quickly replacing it with one-handed axe and shield for your offhand. 2-handed great axes are powerful alternatives for when defense is less required, which I think probably early game would be good, just because I figure you deal out a lot of damage, you can level faster. Warriors relies on healthy combination of offensive stats, strength, dexterity, actually, and defensive stats, vitality, defense, and HP, but you can lean towards one or the other if you know what your team needs, which I have no team. I mean, all the rest of these, we know Monk lacks intricate enemy manipulation and heavy armor. They have dodge and counter. Subtle blow trait, tactical points, making it so they use fewer skills on you and your party. That's interesting. With some hand-to-hand weapons, delay between attacks. It's still better for the monk to take aggro for a few hits than the enemy's backline. Try to find that line and ride it. Focus on offensive equipment, but have some defense gears back up. That's kind of a weird job. White mage, healing, black mage, dishing out magic. Red mage is a jack of all trades. Support style. I have a friend that swears by the red mage. I mean, anybody who's played Final Fantasy knows what a red mage is. Thief, still stuff. Trick attack. Money knife. Finishing touches. After you choose your starting job, you name the character. This is slightly less permanent than your parents, as you can change your name by switching servers. Interesting. Don't you have to pay to switch servers, though? Anyways. Naming conventions for each race are the follows. Hume names are commonly more dated in your styles. It's Brutus or Hortense. Elven names. Flourish. Rhinmar. Charmeleon. That's interesting. That's funny. After pick the name and given the option of which world you would like started, the only difference between servers is the number of people in each. Geographical regions and language is not limited, nor are there any fundamental gameplay changes, such as some allowing PvP while others don't. If you've been invited to play with a friend, now's the time to use your Gold World Pass. Give you both and your friends some interesting items as time progresses. I don't know if I have one of those, to be honest. I don't really care that much. 3 starting nations. We've already chose ours, which is Sun Deoria. Mostly back on the feet from the war. The game's narrative begins right now. Heeding the call of the nation. The only difference between nations is the perspective of the narrative. You may also move to a different nation anytime, no progress loss, but a small immigration fee. In terms of actual currency, you may speak to and party with anyone from any nation. The only effect on gameplay is that if you match your race to your nation, you will begin the game with a ring with a small stat bonus on it. The rings for all nations will eventually become available to you regardless, so don't worry too much about it. Much like your race, pick based on personal preference. Standing tall among the forest regions of Quan and the walls and turrets protecting the mighty kingdom of San Ordrea with a population consisting mostly of Elven, this land is home to the finest blacksmiths, bravest warriors, most devoted servants of the goddess. History of the kingdom is long and bloody. Civil wars, territorial skirmishes, still active conflict with the Orcish population from the far west. Tradition governs. Defend her monarch, King Destin Orgia, are two independent factions of knights. The Royal Knights are devoted to the king. They scout and battle orc threat. Temple Knights are devoted to Altana, keep harmony with the walls of the kingdom, which we kind of learned in the second episode. As a citizen of San Andre, you'll find a lot of work in assisting the soldiers and guards. You also have access to blacksmiths, carpenters, and tanners guilds. When roaming outdoors, be sure to bring a hatchet for logging one of the many sturdy trees. Interesting. And your finest arms still with roaming orcs and goblins. Okay. Level 1, helpful tense. After all that, you finally create a character. Now you'll be treated to a brief cutscene introducing you to a new home. You'll talk to a couple of covered characters, upcoming story missions, and one of them will give you an adventurer coupon, which I think we got, but we got to deliver the coupon, which will give us 50 gil, which you quickly realize isn't very much. The game doesn't guide you at all from here, but nor is there any real right or wrong direction to take. Before I elaborate on the things available to you, there are some things you should know about. While far from the most exciting thing you do after taking your first steps of a new deal, it's good to familiarize yourself with everything. In the first episode, I couldn't even access the menu to quit. So I've kind of learned how to log out. I have the controller, which helps with the menus, so I can actually bring them up and take a look at them. So the default controls might not be to your liking. Do a swap through each of the settings. It's important to understand the controls as well. Much of the game is controlled by menus. Why the simple act of learning your first spell, if you start as white, black mage, or even trading that adventure keeper, are all done in menus. Takes some getting used to it, but it becomes second nature in no time. I hope so. Wayfinding. The game is broken up into what we call zones. This is the other secondary goal today, is to find all those little crystals, because apparently you can warp between them, which I'm beginning to understand wasn't always the case. It's kind of a later thing they added. Every zone has its own map, which you may access by going to the bottom of the first page of the main menu. The menu will show you the zone's name, your character whereabouts, and a grid system which you use to find things, especially if you're using an online resource. City maps will show shops and other useful things, such as residential area and connecting zones. Tabbing left and right on the map menu itself will let you create markers. Ooh, I didn't know that. And local party members. You may also use the feature Wide Scan, which shows a small area around you and will locate NPCs and enemies. If you already know what you're looking for, keep your eyes peeled for the floating crystal home points, like I mentioned. Simply clicking on it will open up for you as a teleport spot from another home point in the world. You may also choose one as a point to which you'll return if you're knocked unconscious or if you use a warp spell. Do the tutorial. Each starting nation has a tutorial NPC to speak to in order to understand bits and pieces of the game. They are too long and interesting. Some good habits for new players. Open up your map and make sure you're in the southern San Andrea, Bostock, Marcus, or Windress Wood. If not, follow your map and make your way to one of those specific zones. Southern San Andrea. Use Wide Scan to help you find the NPC. If you need to speak with Azlun in Southern San Andrea, go to Again, this way, if you get lost, the tutorial guide may be found here. Alright, so let's do that. Let's jump in the game and do that. Don't worry, this will become easier to read as soon as it goes into full screen ish. Here we go, baby. And now I will switch over to away from the mouse and to the controller. Yay, controller, yay. Because I'm learning that even though this is an MMORPG where you think you would like use your keyboard a lot to type, controller it's kind of built around the controller, and can't imagine using a controller to type messages to friends back in the day. There we are, Tarn 7. Is that a French enough name? See, there's my mini map down there, and I had to fix my controller so that it works the way I want. And here we are. So first things first, I want to walk around. Maybe I'll talk to a couple of people, but mostly I'm looking for crystals. So crystals they were talking about. Do I have to scan, by the way? Let's go out and whack a creature, just for fun. I think it is night. I think there is actually time in this game. So it's interesting, like I move my controller up so I can kind of have an overhead view, but it looks like it's slowly, depending on the terrain, moves it back down anyway. Maybe not. Attack. Gravity abilities. Job ability. Mighty strikes. Wow. Just got a level up. I think that makes me level 2. Oh, what just happened? I don't know what just happened. What I'm trying to do is select that treasure chest. Okay, treasure chest. There we go. Potion. Yes. And just tell me there's a hack that just selects both of them later on in the game, maybe. Well, should we get a little braver? I'll wait till my TP comes back. Do I have enough now? Nope. Oh, I thought he died. And my TP has to be full. Yay! Oh. The treasure chest first. I will tell you so far, using a controller is much better. HPMP doesn't really... Comboed him into the dirt. Chest is locked. Here we go. Time to unlock it. Examine the lock. First digit is odd. So the lock. The first digit is 6, 7, or 8. The first digit is 7. 7 what? Got 10 tries. Avalanche, one of the 2 digits is 7. I already know that. That was not helpful. But at least now we know it's not 7, I guess. The second digit's not 77. Avalanche, the combination is greater than 59 and less than 86, which is useless. We know it's 70 something, but not 7. It's our last chance. It'll probably tell us if it's even or odd, the second digit. Avalanche's second digit is odd. And it's not 7. So do we go with 78? Let's go with 78. Oh, the second digit is odd. Stupid lines. 73. We'll do a 73. Appears that the correct combination was 71. Boo, hiss. See, that takes a long time. So I'm not overly impressed by it. Do I have any magic? Nope. Ranged attack. Ranged attack. Mount. No mounts available. Mighty Strikes. Turns all melee attacks into critical hits. Man, it's like every single thing has a chest. And these silence, echo drops. Makes sense. Potions. Let's try to find... No, I don't want to log out. Looking for my menu. There we go. So you can carry all those items, which is nice. Synthesis, abilities, party, trade, search, major info, status. What equipment? Main, sub, range, ammo, head, neck, left ear, earrings, that's kind of cool. Body. Please tell me it actually changes my appearance as I buy things. So that would be awesome. Storage options. Back, waist, left hand. Most gauntlets, rope suites, left hand ring, rings. So how do you know, like, I see my onion sword there. I guess it just automatically equips your weapon. Well, that orcish fodder will kick my trash. Already messed around with it. I'm not gonna mess around with it. What I'm interested in is kind of XP though. How do you tell what level you are and stuff like that? Well, there's my love. Level 3 warrior. How do I tell stuff like XP though? That's how you disengage. That's interesting. And there's my HP up there, and then my HP down there. Silly wabbit. Should be dead by now. There we go. Man. Justice lock. Great. Here we go. Attempt to unlock it. It's gonna get real boring real fast. Combination is greater than 26 and less than 55. 26, 55. I have a hunch that the second digit is 4, 5, or 6. Which could be any of those. It's either 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 5, or 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, or 6. The second digit is even, so it's 4 or 6. This is our last chance. 4 or 6. Give me a hint in the first. I have a hunch that one of the two digits is 6. Well, so the second digit is 6. So is it 2, 3, 4, or 5? I'm going to go with 4. Let's try 46. I have opened one of these before. So, what were we going to go with? I've already forgot. 46. Correct was 36. It's worth a try. Alright, now let's go back to the castle. Crush a worm on the way. Sure, I want to crush a worm. We haven't crushed a worm yet. We can use our ability of mighty strikes. What are you talking about? It's longer. I got 1280 on my TP. Die. Tunnel worm, die. No kind forest creature will stay. You're able to see the wild rabbits right there. One is locked to me. Guess there's a way to examine them. Check. I think I can check things from a distance and tell by the rating, if I remember right, whether or not they are worth attacking. Here we go again. Examine the lock. One of the two digits is 7. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Bunch, the second digit is odd. Okay. Which is the second digit is 1, 2, or 3. So it's not 7. So the first one is 7. Second is 1, 2, or 3. I have a hunch the first digit is odd. I already know it is. Are we going with 71, 2, or 3? Let's go 73. Yay! Now we can see if this is actually worth it. A beast coin and a pair of brass mittens. Maybe we can equip those mittens. Mittens. Here we go. Defense 3, level 11. Does that mean I have to be level 11 to use them? Warrior can equip them. Yeah, sure. Got them our brass mittens. Let's see if I can equip them. Or if I have to be a level 11. Oh, that's lame. I mean, I'm well on my way, I suppose. Let me see what these two sillies have to say. If you sense danger, just flee in the city. I'll not endanger myself on your account. Thanks. Orcish scouts lurk in the shadows. Consider yourself warned. I do consider myself warned. Alright, let's find our Mog House and the other crystals. I think I found 2 of them. I wonder if I can see it on my map. I'm in northern San Andreo. Where was I supposed to go? We were in southern San Andreo, so I gotta go the other side. Chart Raptures of Vanadil. Didn't I already? I think Rhapsodies of Vanadil is a different let me ask my AI.
I couldn't find a Rhapsody album with A Man in the Inn in the title. Would you like to know about their other albums instead?
No. Let's try.
Alright, no problem.
Cities of Vanadale missions. Is that the main campaign? Tied together with the game's extensive storyline, players experience content from previous expansions. Yeah, so those are not what we want to do. Maybe later. Why is it all of a sudden asking me that, though? It seems odd. It's like a weird thing to randomly start asking me. This is where citizens of Mother Nature apply for citizenship in San Andrea. Since you are San Andrea, there's not much I can do for you. Okay, so that's interesting. I'll start walking around and talking to people now that's easier to do so. Your heir, your attire, an adventurer, I assume. Have you come looking to register for conflict? Truly, I'm sorry, but we're not accepting applications for those who have not proved the crown. However, do not let the damage your spirits. I'm positive the day will come I can welcome you to our noble ranks. The future of our kingdom is riding on your shoulders. See, I don't want to waste a lot of time being a low-level nobody talking to all these people. There is some weird quest thing though. Quest system I noticed. So let's go in there and take a look at that. Party trade search link shell, region info map. Maybe it was job levels, combat skills, craft skills, currency, unity, playtime. Interesting. See if the map has anything. Wide scan. I don't know what just happened. Set up and equip link shell items. No idea if you balance power in each region. Where's my other menu? Oh, that. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, I think I just sitting around too long as well. Okay, what's that menu? What's this menu? How do I open that? That like weird. I don't know. Is that an actual PC? So I think I was supposed to talk to this. 'Cause, I talked to the other one. You know, you were there. It appears that you have arrived at a new survival guide provided by the Adventures Mutual Aid Network. Common sense dictates that you should now be able to teleport here from the similar tomes throughout the world. So yeah, that allows me apparently to teleport from the field directly back into here. No, that's not what we want. This is like the docks. I don't think that's what we want. I think we have to kind of warp into another area in order to find our Moogle place. How do you actually warp though? There's got to be a way on the map. As soon as markers. I'm gonna set a marker. Okay, San Andreo, Tower, West Ronfia, Southern San Andreo, which is where I'm trying to go, right? No, Northern San Andreo? I'm in Northern San Andreo right now. Where am I trying to get? Close the news. Whatever map, make sure in Southern San Andreo. So this is where I'm trying to get. There, now I have a marker. Heading in the right direction. And now it has a little like PPD popper thing. Yeah, that map is terrible down there. But it looks like I am heading in the right direction. Maybe there's a girl. is probably a guy. Open up. Hey, it actually worked. I think I've been in here before. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Peaky, something I'm supposed to be looking for. Open the console to Windurst. Thank you. Peaky Blinders. Got a feeling all these things are... It looks like an enemy. Why does it say there's an enemy right here? Oh no, that's my marker. Okay. So here we are. South San Andreo. Obviously that's a... To the east is a... No, that's where I came from, where I can buy armor and stuff. Alright, well, here we are in the south. We're supposed to talk to... If not, follow your map. One of the specific zone, use wide scan to help me find the NPC. We need to speak with Aluwing. Aluwing. It's close, but that's not Aluwing. There are people. Those people. Hello, Yumi, Mon, and Liate, and why does he have stars all over him? Ooh, I already have this registered. Point 2. I've registered a new home point. You're now able to. Nice. I can wide scan, so kind of want to walk around though. Just relax and enjoy the slow-paced nature of this game. So I wander around the village. Got a feeling this is taking me to ramparts and stuff. These people's houses. Where's my Mog house? I understand why you have to click on a freaking door. Just open it. And considering how old this game is, these graphics are actually kind of impressive, especially for an MMORPG. Hello, Min. Cough, cough. Who are you? If you're looking for my son, he's out making deliveries. Should I be looking for your son? Mother, I'm home. Ramanel, back from work so soon. I was passing through, so I wanted to stop by and see how you were. You should be in bed resting, Mother. Oh, I'm fine, really. You shouldn't worry about me so much. You're not fine, Mother. You stay in bed until I save enough money and get you medicine for your Davio fever. Oh, Ramanel, you're too kind to me. I have potions. I have to make a few more deliveries. Get your rest, Mother. Silly boy. I have to make... Oh, please don't tell me. I'm sorry, what were you talking about? Tell me ourselves, tell me that. Do you have other family? I can't move about much on account of my illness, so Ramanel does delivery work to support us. Physician told me I have the Davoi fever, a disease that attacks the lungs, only found in this part of the world. Do not worry, it isn't contagious. I still live with my son after all, but I can't stop coughing. Okay. Let's talk about your son, I guess. Or about yourself. Long ago, I was a sister in the Abbey of Davoi. One day, orcs raided the village, a great army. They took the abbey, and I know all of the sisters were driven from our home. I heard later that the abbey had fallen into ruin. I would not wish to see it now, for my fear of heart would break. For fear my heart would break. Yeah, and one last, your other friends. Our family. I dwell here with my son Ramanel. My husband passed away 5 years ago. Sorry for your loss. Good talk. Didn't give me a quest, and so try to kill them. I'm looking for a former examiner. I heard he lived around here. Never heard of examiners? Look, in order to become a knight, you have to pass a trial. The examiners judge your worth. But southern San Andreas streets are so confusing. I hear they were built this way to thwart invaders. Yeah, that's how most castles are. Uh-oh. Alright, let's do a wide scan. See if it can help me. Is that an examiner? Friend, listen to me. It is not cogs, nor levers, nor even the mightiest of magics to protect the kingdom of San Andrea. It's the confusing streets. No, we Elven live by the power of the sword alone. Our blades defend our borders. If you would strengthen your sword arm and learn something of the art, then accept my challenge. What say ye? Sure? I see you have a stout heart. Now listen well. Go to King Rampir's tomb and bring back a revival tree root. How, you ask? Use your head and I'll be gone. Okay, so I'm assuming that these quests are gathered somewhere. I swear there's a menu somewhere where you can, like, do quests. There's the macro blocks that weren't working before. Yeah, let's scan. Let's try that scan thing, see if it's useful. Wide scan. I'm looking for... These are all the NPCs. Oh, look, it is. It gives me a list of them. I'm looking for one that starts with an A. Aluwan. There it is. Who am I? Where am I? Okay, so I gotta basically go backwards all the way around. I swore I was in that large courtyard and I didn't see that Alawan chick. Assuming it's a chick. She's a chick. They're a chick. Everywhere a chick chick. Excuse me. Somewhere here. Oh, a whole ton of people here, so there's Alawan. Let's get this first. Yay. Greetings and well met, Guardian of the Kingdom, Alawan, at your most humble service. The station to help along those new to the life of adventure in Vana'diel. I specialize in the types of fundamental knowledge necessary for success in such endeavors, as well as related methods of pedagogy. With my aid, you can rest assured that your first steps down the adventurer's path will not go astray. Should you still consider yourself a newcomer, I would highly recommend that you make full use of my services. This is my permanent post, and I never leave it. Remember it well. Whenever you need a hand with anything at all, don't hesitate to come call me. Okay. Use wide scan. But if you get lost, the tutorial quest guide may be found here. Found in the quest made records of intimates is a supplementary reward system. This is another thing I highly recommend becoming familiar with. Simply set objectives and accomplish them with a reward such as bonus experience points and new currency called Sparks. Sparks may be spent in lieu of money to buy all sorts of equipment and other cool stuff from level 1 all the way up to level 99. The objectives may be changed at any time, so you can tailor them to anything you're currently doing. One particularly interesting part of ROE are the tutorial quests, which teaches you some good habits and even rewards you with some trust magic to make leveling up easier. Pro tip, on the third page of equipment is a gun named Riddlequin, which sets to shopkeepers for a ton of gil. You can use this strategy to buy things you can't buy with sparks, such as spell scrolls or items from the auction house, alter egos and trust magic. When you don't want or can't rely on having a full party to get stuff done, you may summon the alter egos of certain NPCs to fill the gaps using trust magic. You get access to a bunch right off the start by playing through the Records of Intimates tutorial. So I guess I'm supposed to click on this tutorial quest guide. Is she gonna? Maybe if I talk to her again, she talks about that. So you're interested in some entry-level duties to put you well on your way to greatness? Not to worry, I've got just the thing for you. Go talk to the guard Avaroge, just over yonder, and have him cast Signet on you, then come back and see me. Oh, it's like, where the crap is this Avaroge, dude? I'm Avaroge, TK, a Templar Knight. I'm one of the guards charged with overseeing San Andreas Congas campaigns. What is your business? Can you cast Signet on me? Currently rank first in Vana'diel's conquest, so that must be taken for granted. We must continue our fight to bring it on top. Good luck, citizen. I bestow upon you our nation's Signet. Okay. Well, it looks like you were able to get your signet. Easy enough. Yes, yes. As long as the signet is in effect, there is always a possibility that you will obtain crystals from any enemies that you defeat. There are so many other more concrete benefits, such as increased defense and evasion. Signet even helps when you're not engaged in combat with an enemy. For example, it boosts the rate in which healing occurs while you're at rest. For all of these reasons and more, you should consider it essential to have Signet cast on you at all times. Very well then, as a reward for successful completion of your first assignment, I'd like to present you these strips of meat jerky. Yay! There's more here than meats. Get it, the eye? That was a joke. Anyway, this is a type of item known amongst adventurers as a meal. This meal in particular will temporarily enhance your attack power when eaten. Whenever any type of meal is consumed, you will receive some temporary status bonus. Naturally, different meals grant different types of bonuses. For the most part, meat dishes will affect attack power. Conversely, seafood dishes generally enhance defense, and so on and so forth. Take care to select dishes best suited to your purpose. One thing you should make note of, however, is that you cannot eat a meal while another meal's status bonus is still in effect. Your stomach would simply burst. That's quite a lot of camaraderie so far with me. Yeah. This is a breeze. Great, well, talking can only prepare you so much. Let's get right down to it. Go ahead and pop one of those strips of meat jerky. After eating a meal, a status icon designated as food will appear in the upper left portion of your screen. Come back and talk to me once you've confirmed that it's there. 6 strips. I assume I go to my menu. Items. Jerky. Use. On myself. Okay, I see it up in the left-hand corner next to the signet, I guess it is. Check out the full belly on you. Well done. Signet meals can both play crucial roles whenever you take on any type of enemy. This is a key lesson that you would like to learn well not to forget. Next, let's get those pristine hands of yours nice and dirty. No sense letting that food go to waste now, is there? Let's send you out to fight a monster on a full stomach. Exiting through the gate over there will lead you to an area with hostile enemies. Try to target one of the monsters and select the check option from your menu. This will help you ascertain an enemy's level of difficulty and make sure you're not too strong. Smart adventurer picks his fights. Be warned, engaging any enemy that checks as very tough or above will result in your signet not granting you the defense and evasion bonuses you would otherwise receive. And that brings us to your next assignment. It's high time you learn how to use a weapon skill. Perhaps you've already noticed, but sometimes when fighting an enemy, your skills will rise little by little. When your skill with a weapon you are already wielding reaches a predetermined value, weapon skills will become available for use. Combo for those adept with hand-to-hand weapons, Wasp being for those who fight with daggers, Fast Blade for those who prefer the sword. Shining Strike for wielders of the club, Heavy Swing for those who take up the staff, and on and on and on. Selecting status from the main menu will bring up the combat skill option. So to say that is display all the current skill values in all weapon categories. First weapon skill for each weapon type can be learned at a skill value of 5. So make that your first goal and we'll take it from there. So get to level 5, which I think I'm on level 4. So yeah. But I have to use that skill, right? Let's use that check skill. Haha. Check. Easy prey. Low defense. So I don't get much XP for these easy prey buggers, but What about the wild rabbits, though? Wild rabbit seems like easy prey. Now let's attack it using our abilities. GP. See if there's something that's not easy prey. There's treasure chest, apparently I ignored. Here we go. Second digit is even. First digit is 5, 6, or 7. Punch the combinator is greater than 40 and less than 6. It's 5, 6, or 7. So it's not 4. And it's not 7. So it's 5 or 6. What happens if I use up all my chances just examining it? Punch the second digit is a 0, 1, or 2. So I guess it could be 5, 6, 5 or 6. 0, 1, or 2. Hence the first digit is odd. 5 or 6, 0, so it's 5. 5, 0, 1, or 2. What happens if I examine it again? That's what happens. That's what I thought would happen. See if we can find a more difficult enemy. Like that. Tough. Let's try it. Come on, let me use my weapon skill already. I'm not doing anything, man. He's doing a lot to me. And I'm dead. Do I lose all my buffs? The food one I did. Current region. Cost me money? Okay, there's no fee. Just gonna say. Cost me 10 if I only have 50 gil. Let's set this as my home region for now. So get there. Crystal disappears until you walk away from it, apparently. Okay. Just like it gives me this wonderful tingling feeling. It would be even more tingly if you completed at least 10 records of eminence objectives for me. Okay, my good friend Elaine can get you started. No, I've got stuff to do. Thank you though. I want to check my level 4 warrior, so I just gotta. Let's just take on some of these easy enemies then, until we get to 5. And let's try not to get our butts kicked this time. There's not a lot of mid-level enemies for me to fight though. It's like easy or tough. Apparently. Those are my choices. Funnel worm and wild rabbit. Or tunnel worm and wild rabbit. There she is. Got me level up. And it's night. Kaorian. Ooh, somebody went and learned a new weapon skill, didn't he? Very good. Did I? You see by that twinkle in your eyes that you've already used it on some poor unfortunate creature, but I'll explain just a bit more. Whenever your TPs reach 1,000 more, selecting abilities in the weapon skill from the menu, display a list of usable weapon skills. These are deadly techniques capable of rendering massive damage on enemies. It was well worth an adventurous time to learn to master them. Oh, by the way, were you fortunate enough to receive some items from the monsters you fought? Yep. If you were lucky enough to come across any Beastman's Sills, which I did, make sure you hang on to them. They may pay dividends later on. Also, that reminds me, there's another lesson better learned sooner than later. The items you will no doubt come across known as crystals, such as Earth Crystal and Fire Crystal, are extremely significant. They are truly versatile items that can be used for a number of purposes. These include trading items to guards for certain rewards and selling them to earn money, just to name a few. So, normal things. For now, I'd like to explain more about another of their names, namely the role they play at Synthesis. The first things first, your reward for completing your last assignment. Here you are then. A slice of hair meat, a chunk of rock salt, and last but not least, a fire crystal. So apparently we're going to synthesize. Now using Fire Crystal will bring up the synthesis interface. Once there, select the slice of hair meat and the chunk of rock salt as ingredients to be added. All that remains is to select the OK option and the synthesis will commence. You'll find that the crafting process will never begin should the ingredients you've selected not form a viable synthesis recipe. Also, even though your materials are correct, there's always a chance that your synthesis will fail, so please be wary. The majority of items which you create via synthesis, as well as most of those items dropped by enemies you defeat, can be placed on the auction house for sale. The auction house is an ultra consumer venue where you can attempt to purchase the wares of other players by placing bids, as well as have other players bid on items you have put up for sale. My words alone can do no justice to the vast cornucopia of goods that is the auction house. I don't think that's how you spell cornucopia.
Cornucopia. That's quite a mouthful.
I stand corrected. Stop. Okay. One must simply see it with one's own eyes. That's quite a lot to cover. Are you with me so far? Sure am. That brings us to your next assignment. Somewhere in the great city lies our nation's auction house. Seek it out and report back to me when you've found it. You needn't worry about going through with an actual purchase. Simply examining any of the auction counters will more than suffice. Okay, so let's synthesize since she gave it to us. Oh, there's my fire crystal. Let's see, rabbit hide and salt. Cannot be synthesized. I didn't know what she told me to. Rock salt. Maybe it was hair meat. Am I synthesizing? I guess so. And I failed, of course. But now we gotta find the synthesis house. That looks promising. The auction house. Okay. Swear this is an auction house. No, literally, like. Maybe it's up above. I registered that crystal. Swords. Bilbo. Already says damage 11. Gotta be level 13. 7. Level 1. The Onion Sword. Can I get this bronze sword? Level 1. Yeah, well, I think that's all I need to do. Man, this is like a low stress game. I'm just saying. I wouldn't call it boring. I just call it, at this point, I'm just going to call it slow. And I know I'm just in the tutorial. So you're able to locate the auction house. Pretty hard to miss, isn't it? What do you think? As I said, yes, few organizations in the world exceed the auction house in scale. It will never cease to be of use to you throughout your adventure. It will be wise to become adept at using it. And now down to brass tacks. Let's see if you can get let's see if we can get you up to some levels. I'm level 5 already. There are several items in existence which serve to enhance the number of experience points you receive for defeating enemies. For example, there are chariot bands, empress bands, and emperor bands, just to name a few. These are a bit unique in that you must wait a certain amount of time after equipping them before you may use them. There's also a predetermined amount of time, usually quite long, that must pass before these items can be used again. The total number of times you may use any single item is also limited, so be mindful of that as well. Many of these items may be obtained for the same guards that provide you with the signet. You only need to exchange conquest points in order to acquire them. As a matter of fact, for finishing that last assignment, I'm going to give you this conquest promotion voucher. With this, you'll be able to obtain a chariot band without having to use any of your conquest points. And that brings us to your next assignment. Head over to any guard and have a go at exchanging them for something. After that, see if you can't make it all the way back up to level 4. Be right here waiting for you when you get back. See if you can't make it all the way up to level 4. I'm already level 5. Trizicrene. Oh, that's some other dude over there. With an experience bonus in place, it should take you practically no time at all. Good luck and be careful. It can get quite hairy out there. Okay. Trade item key, conquest promotion voucher, enemy gains. Okay. Isn't this a guard? Stand before Westgate. Westron Fear lies beyond. Good talk. Double Knight, and when the guards change to this Conquest Empire, I'm going to spend my conquest points. Would you like to use them to purchase items? I assume I don't have all ranks. Scroll of Instant Freeways. Turn ring. That. Chariot band. Wasn't I supposed to get the chariot band? I'll tell you what. I'm going to go over to here. See what it says. Tutorial NPC. Tutorial. Yes, I'm. Tutorial NPCs will help new players on their first steps to World Vanadil. This is done through a series of assignments. We come from around battle signet crafting and some other basic actions. If you create your keytree before September 2008 version update, or if you have already completed the last assignment, given the tutorial NPC, they will simply provide information about skill chains, magic bursts, and search commands. Before each quest given, the NPC will provide tutorial information about various aspects of the game, which is worth reading if you've never played before, which is me. There at the following engine, quest 1. Once you have signet, Strips of Quest 2, eat your jerky. Main box. Ton of worms and horns directly outside. We required you to reach level weapon skill 5. Check the level of your main combat school menu status. Combat skill. Talk to him. So that wasn't my level, it was my skill level. There were 3 items: lizard tail, pot of honey, and fire crystal, which is not true. Synthesize lizard tail, gradually I would just grab a sweet lizard meal. Auction house. Talk to Young about your chariot band, the gated rabbit wolf. Select I want to spend my money, and select I'm going to select either chariot band, empress band, or emperor band. Well, which one should I choose? Let's take a look. Yeah. Chariot band, experience bonus 75%. It's for 720 minutes. Empress band, experience bonus 50%. Why would I want that? Versus this. Because it has a higher maximum bonus? $30,000. Wow. So I guess you get less experience as you go to higher levels, but 30,000 seems like a high number. Well, let's get Chariot Man. You can only purchase or recharge Chariot Man once until the conquest result tally is performed. Also, you cannot purchase this item with similar items already in possession. It is possible to fully recharge a Chariot Band by trading it to one of the nation's card, including outpost cards. One charge requires 50 conquest points. During the time of the Great War, it was possible to have this item recharged in exchange for allied notes. From my understanding, that practice has recently become commonplace in the Near East, though you'll be needing Imperial standing credits if you wish to use the service there. You sure want to purchase a Chariot Band? Yeah. Chariot Band. Yay. Okay, I have it. Oh, do I have to equip it? Those guns, waist belts. It looks like it's automatically equipped on me. Okay, I have my Chariot Band. I'm level 5, so... Whoa, we might not make an adventure out of you just yet. It looks like we almost washed all that green out for you. A bit of bad news though. Starting from level 31, anytime you are knocked unconscious, your experience points will suffer a deduction. Yeah, we got a while before we're level 31. As a general rule, the amount penalized will be about 10% of the total amount required to reach the next level. You will have to be more careful than ever from here on out. However, there are ways to minimize this loss of experience points. Like this, for example. Go on, take it. Your reward for reaching level 4. It's called a Raising Earring. Using this will grant you a status known as Re-Raise. Whenever you are rendered unconscious while this effect is in place, you have the option to revive yourself. Choosing to do so will cause you to be resuscitated in the very spot where you have fallen. In addition, as I stated previously, the amount of experience points you lose will be somewhat lessened. Re-Raise earrings and similar items work in the same manner as the Chariot Bands and the other experience bonus items that I mentioned earlier. That is, once equipped, you must wait a certain period of time before they can be used. And there are both cooldown timers and limited charges as well. All these items as a whole are collectively referred as enchanted items. There's a vast array of other enchanted items with myriad other effects that will prove useful in your adventures. It may be worth the time and effort to better acquaint yourself with them at some point. And that brings us to your next assignment. It seems you're starting to get the hang of things. Next, I'd like for you to go and fight some enemies in Lathane Plateau. Lathane Plateau is located beyond the southern reaches of West Run 4. You're sure to encounter some new monsters there that you won't find prowling around the outskirts of the city. It may be a bit daunting, so I'll only require you to slay one such beast and then head on back. Just keep in mind, the further you stray from the city, the more ferocious monsters tend to be. Don't say I didn't warn you. Make sure you use check command to determine the strength of your enemy. If you find that you're surrounded by enemies too difficult for you, try heading back to the previous area close to the city and leveling up a bit more first. Raising earring. Okay. Do it. Let's check our map and make sure we're going to this weird place. We are in West Run 4, like she said. It's like La Chateau or some such thing. What's up? Let's see. Should we check our map? Lathane Plain. Okay. There's an outpost over there. These are a waste of my time. I haven't. Seems to have low defense. A decent challenge. Whoa. Work your scrap and run. Let's check his. Decent challenge as well. Well, let's attack him. Yeah. Chest is locked. Here we go. Examine the lock. I have a hunch that one of the two digits is 7. Alright. Good, that's my favorite clue. I have a hunch that the second digit is 7, 8, or 9. It's not very helpful. I have a hunch the first digit is odd, also not very helpful. Well, we know it's not 9, so it's either 7 or 9. I have a hunch the combination is greater than 18 and less than 47. Alright, so it's... Wait, what? One of the two digits is 7, so we know the second digit is 7. So the first is either 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is our last. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, or 4. 17. No, it can't be 17, so it's not 1, 2, 3, or 4. Less than 47. Not equal to, so it's not 1, it's not 2, it's 2 or 3. Let's go with 27. 50-50. $37. Lame. Can I rest? Let's try it. Nope. You have items though, right? Potions and stuff, right? Where's my potions? I know I have them. Maybe they're under equipment? What happened to my stuff? Maybe I lost it when I died? I don't know. Well, I need to go back and rest or something. Maybe if I touch the crystal lid. I don't know how to get HP back. If I talk to one of these guys. Border Scouts looking shallow. Yeah. Hello, Reunion. wonder if there's like a online forum where you can go to get like make friends. One point. Other settings. How do you heal? Probably only by going to your. Let's close these. Yes. How do you heal? Private job, cure region, so we have speak so you can also restore health by resting. How do you rest? So you stop moving, wait for care, regain HP and magic points over time. Beware that you can be attacked while resting. So I already rest. Stopped moving. How long does this take? Chat mode, link shell, save. I don't see my health like. Vote, decline, join, search area, quest, name, random. Heal. There we go. How long does it take? I don't seem to be healing. Do I have to do it in the field? Oh, I guess it did heal. Oh no, tingling feeling now. Go away, you. So when you kneel down and heal, it doesn't tell you if you're healing. It just heals you. And when you get up, you're healed. Not very much. That's what we should be doing while we read. Sits down for recovery. Macro commands. Each time by using the heal command, or somebody saying as you use healing spells or items restored in battle. Oh. Well, look at me now. I'm at full health, so I don't know why it wasn't working before. I don't know. Well, we haven't accomplished any of our main goals yet that we said we wanted to. I mean, kinda. We did get some more crystals, just not as many as we hoped. Or how long the tutorial is. Someone speaking in Japanese. Sorry, but my Japanese is not that good. About that beastie, that's a wild rabbit. If I can climb that mountain. If I get close to these things, will they attack me? Because they're not very aggressive. Nope. Because that one thing did. Freaking orc that almost wiped me. I see you, orc. I want to check you. Decent challenge. Should we attack it? It's a grappler. Yeah, let's attack it. There's not much I can do. Haha. Give me experience points in no time, I'm sure. Forest hare. Hey, look, a sign. Signpost. Can I actually read it? East Stronfair Lathane Plateau. South. There's nothing plateau down there. I might be like, facing the right direction, I guess. No. It's a terrible signpost, though. It's not pointing in the right direction. Decent challenge. Do it! Crap, oh, two of them. I don't have to worry until I'm like level 31, but it kind of sucks. My evasion skill rose by 2 points. It's a repair removal. Good day, adventurer. I'm able to repair any Pokemon items, item data related to Triscus size +1. If you're unable to deliver Triscus size +1, it's possible that the item data has been corrupted. Please trade your Triscus size +1 to me, that may fix it. Okay. Thanks for making 0 cents. So I probably could have beat each of those orcs individually, but that is the catch. Decent challenge. Orcish fodder. 9 points of damage. Kicking his trash. What's next 40-11 mean? That's the next before I can use it again. So low defenses. Here's another items thing. Yeah, all that good stuff is all attacking. It's a carryover. That's different. TPA and 122. Who's it now? This is... Sweet. There's a weird looking thing over there. These carry ones you need to. Yeah. Maybe. Missed me carrying. Hey, it says the Final Fantasy level up music. Never noticed that before. Decent challenge. Well, let's go and attack it then. Fighting beetle. be somewhere that indicates how much TP you needed. It's 1,000. Maybe it's 1,000 over there. Come on, kill it. Okay, let's try that wrist thing again. Heal. How do I obtain an earth crystal? Just by healing? Or I guess by fighting. I'm watching my HP and nothing's happening. Oh, it is. It's kind of slow and boring. Well, I guess I can do this while I'm... Okay. Oh, there's my level information. Interesting. Tribe levels. So it follows whatever level you are. Combat skills. Hand to hand is already 15. Currencies, playtime. It's Unity. Concord, whatever that is. Okay, I'm done resting. Stop moving. Should be able to use my weapons kit now. I think one has like once every hour repair. Skills have skills in addition to suck. I wonder if he actually position matters. Let's heal up. All these trap trades. Skills. Trap traits. Abilities. Just provoke anytime I want. get to that outpost. Now it's starting to feel like Final Fantasy, baby. Let's head south. Easy fodder. Let's look at what they actually are, though. They're worth it. Easy prey is not worth it. Forced hair is not worth it. Actually, that mini map, maybe in the towns is more valuable, but here it honestly doesn't seem that valuable. What is that? Decent challenge. Feel mysterious energy seeping from an unknown source. Listen to reaction. Okay. These goblin weavers seem like something I can take on, but... Oh, wild sheep. Even match. Let's whack it then. Use it when you have it, I guess. Look at Goblin Weavers coming over the flag. Which is nice. There's another one. That ain't looking at me. Fetch. And I'm dead. What happened to my resurrection ring? Looks like I'm still on task to be level 6, so keep on. Stupid sheep. Knew it was a trap. I didn't know. But apparently it was a trap. I was so close to that other thing, which was probably a war point. Why do I have a question mark after my name, by the way? Are you questioning my existence? Yeah, I can take this other one too. Nice. Slayer duck. I'll take this dude out. Seems like a decent challenge. Silent Will. Let's call it a temporary item, so do I lose them, like if I don't use them? Let's see. No, I don't even see it there. No, it is there. Interesting. Oh. Should have been healing while I was looking that up. Search for other players. Trade. Could synth while I'm doing this. No, you can't. I wonder if there's a mod that shows you your XP. I'm about to level up. I'm gonna kill this dude. I will get a level, that's my guess. Wow, that would suck. I didn't use it twice. Oh, yeah. Which, oops. Wonder if the time, like it becoming night, actually affects anything. Like, do enemies get tougher or anything like that? Okay, I ain't gonna fall for this time. Can I do my treasure chest while I'm healing? Apparently not. Well, the 2 digits is 9. So the first digit is odd. Here's the first digit, 7, 8, or 9. Well, it's not 8. Bunch of the second digits is 6, 7, or 8. Alright. One of the 2 digits is 9, so it's 96. 96. Sure of it. Nope, it was 98. You are the suck. If that's East Ron Fair and that's East Ron Fair, looks like there's another way I can get to where I am. What is Nightwell? Interesting little map. What time is it? Ooh, it's my bedtime. Can't believe I spent so much time on this game already. Well, let's see if we can get to this place, shall we? No fighting, just walking. So we got our level up, right? So we're gonna avoid all these creepers. So good. Yeah. There's something. That's what we're looking for. Outpost. Sounds promising. So tempted to kill one of those sheep. I'm gonna kill that sheep. It's a stupid thing to do right now. I know, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill that sheep. I'm gonna kill that wild sheep. And the first thing I do is miss it. I'm gonna die a wild sheep. Shoot. Died. Oh, fetch. Can't believe I'm gonna die on this stupid wild sheep. There's gotta be some kind of item. Can't eat Oh, it's right there, man. It's right there. Well, here. Let's go south. It's the city. Let's see if we can't find the other exit. So I think we can. It's down here somewhere. How do I get a chocobo mount? If you wish to ride a chocobo, you must possess a chocobo license and have a high enough job. Chocobo license. Let me know if you have any questions about chocobo raising. Find a better Chocobo Society. VCS refers to the international organization designed to train and dispatch chocobo girls and chocobo guys. Stay with Grass Dale. They provide courses on practical chocobo riding, proper way to care for chocobos, as trying to improve the treatment of chocobo from here to Uganda. You can join as long as you have chocobos. VCS will help you with anything you need. Chicks hack from age, growing with chocobos. Initially, finally mature. They grow much faster than people do. Usually, it takes about 1 month Earth time before you can raise your chocobo. Holy crap! Chocobo's traits are determined by the way in which you care for your animal. Without proper planning, you won't be able to raise a chocobo type of chocobo you want. Don't worry, because you have us help. We're all in this together. Okay. Nothing. Holy cow. How about license? Just know if you get curious. Oh, you'll be the first to know. Let's tell you chocobo. Pretty sure I've already had this crystal. Yeah, I bet you this is the gate to that other place. What's going on over here? Appear to be tearing the fabric of space-time. Okay. Can't be good, right? No crystal over here. Not even in this corner. May you be an adventurer, it's easy to get lost in the wild, so I put up signposts to hope they would be of use. They were not. Actually. There's another Terran space-time over here. Let's see if we can make it to that post without getting killed by sheep. Okay. I want to go west. Field manual, useful information, fills its pages. Water. Just haven't seen water. Easy prey. Did I find a shortcut-ish? I was gonna say, is it gonna load or not? Okay, that was not what I was expecting. Yeah, these games are kind of more addictive than you realize because all of a sudden a lot of time has passed. Trying to sneak around. I'm getting forced in the wrong direction. Hey, there's an adventurer. Hello, adventurer. See if we can get her to... Hey, that's an NPC. I'm gonna scout the roads. Me pass. Yeah. It's a new, creepy looking thing. Probably kicks my butt. We're not gonna be tempted by the sheep. We're gonna go straight to the building and save. It's gonna work perfectly. It appears you have arrived at a new survival guide provided by the adventurers of network common sense. You should now be able to obtain here from similar tomes throughout the world. Yee. I'd like to set my home point here. Good. Welcome to the border shop. If you trade me unused equipment, I'll add their value to your country's region and points. It should please you know that I now have deal in Evelith's bigger places will earn you more points for your nation, and it'll even toss some gil into the equation. I see that your home country has control of this region. Feel free to browse through my wares. I don't think I have enough money to buy anything. Nope, not even close. I don't think I have anything to sell, so there's that too. What's this thing? It's the same as the film manual. Okay, well, we're gonna log off. Shut down. So yeah, thanks for joining. Had fun, gotta admit. It's low key, it's kind of a slow game. Don't need things to warm up later, but got some good leveling in, so. What do we level, like 7 now? Yay, did I actually kick us out of play online? Thanks for joining this episode. Oh my gosh, I left the freaking logo on the entire time. I'm an idiot. And I'm just barely noticing this. Oh my gosh, it was a terrible episode. Alright, well.